He's a gamer. He didn't get a single individual medal on World Tour last year, but then peaked when it mattered at the World Championships with a silver in the 1500, as Catherine mentioned, his preferred event. First look at Jens van het Wout for the weekend. Not the best time in Montreal. Down on the ice and then down with sickness, and so we'll see how he bounces back here. Also, Wang Dai-hyun, Andrew Heo,
go to the start.
Akhmetov, Simon Bastier, and Lu Zhenshuo.
Ready.
And yeah, unless someone pushes it, not sure time will be a factor here. Wang Dai-hyun back on the Green White Tigers, really part of almost a full transition on that White Tiger side. He's back, changing of the guard in that program, and then he was back on the podium behind his young teammate Im Jong-un in weekend number 1 in the 1500 in Montreal.
And he's sitting pretty now in third place, 2 arms on his back, pretty straight knees, especially in the straightaways, which again is a sign that they're conserving energy. Now, everyone bends their knees a little deeper in the corner because that's the easiest place to put on speed, and we see Hung Dae-won using that speed to easily tuck into second place right now.
We were talking earlier about the tendencies that skaters have for routine. We were talking about Nowitzki sort of brushing the front of his uniform. One thing Tyler O'Dara noticed in Montreal is that watch the hand of Van het Wout. He sort of lets it flap in the breeze a little bit. Didn't do it so much there, but
it's a common way to relax your shoulders. You'll find if you're too tense that you start to grip your fists. Yep, he did it there. So just shaking your fingers out will bring all that looseness up the kinetic chain, the shoulders relax, the head, the neck, all the things. And that's what he wants. He's conserving energy and trying to skate smooth.
Hung into second, and it's Bastier going down. Not sure, didn't get a look at whether there was a in collision or if he just went out on his own. He was near the back. But now Hung in front. Van het Wout, though, not looking too worried about it, but Heo is watching things in third.
And Heo's doing a good strategy now. Let these two fight it out. Heo can take advantage of opportunities just like that. I do like him seeing him carry that speed. I want him to finish that pass, get to the front, and then reestablish your technique, reestablish your strategy. It's too early to just all-out sprint. He needs to progressive until the last lap.
That really cost Hwang a lot of speed. Heo, Johnny on the spot, seizing the moment into the lead. Here's Jens van het Wout, Adil Gali-Akhmetov, plenty of experience in third. Is he sizing up a move? Is it there? I think that'll get looked at, but it is Heo. Good win for him. And then right at the end, Lu Zhenshuo, opportunistic jumping up there.
Wow, not a lot of really big moves in that race, but a lot of really small moves that really changed up the outcome. Because like we're saying, you kind of know who the heavy hitters are. Jens was definitely a heavy hitter in that race. Hwang Dae-hyun, definitely a heavy hitter. But here we go. The top two finishers were top three. They weren't even the top three finish. So we will throw that to the officials just to see what's being researched. However, at the moment, that's short track.
Common phrase, you've heard Catherine say it a few times. So often when you talk to speed skaters, short trackers, that short track is so often used. That's the name of the game.
And it gets used in a way that's like, oh, it's crazy, you can't control it. But everyone here, we say it like, oh, we love it. You know, sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Here's a beautiful example, and I'll tell you from experience, this is fun. In that moment, they're not really thinking win or lose. They're thinking like racing, strategy.
Here you go, shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to shoulder. He's trying to reach for the ice. Now, that's a normal move to reach for the ice, but when you're in the middle of a pass like that, if you don't do it properly, it could be considered an arm block. It could be considered making contact. So Jens, again, being very defensive into this corner. You see he's not giving a single inch.
That's where he got bumped. And so
I would... That's right. So they are taking a look, and that's such a challenging position to be in as an athlete, because what do you do? And
it is Gali-Akhmetov who's getting reviewed, possible late change there, and it would be potentially in an advancement position if we're looking at top two placed. So
their officials are also looking at a possible call on Netherlands against Korea. So One skater making a potential move on to the Dutch, and then the Dutch making a potential move on to the Korean, and we will just have to see how they sort it all out.
We saw that in the replay where that forced, this is the first one with Hwang Dae-han going
And Jens
out wide.
does not have his shoulders even until quite a bit later into the corner, so that...
And then there's the blue line as the reference again.
Correct. So remember, if they kick the block, that is not the same as going off track. If you go inside the block, that isn't off track, and you actually have to re-skate that half of the lap in order to finish the race with a time. Otherwise, you'll get a DNS, a did not skate, or a DNF, did not finish.
So lots to look at, and it's very narrow margins in this race. I mean, if you're looking at late lane changes, they were all very, very close. And so it'd be interesting where Van 't Wout was a potential victim of an incident, but then he could also be the aggressor in another one. So down to the ice.
Final decision, penalty, skater number 59 from Kazakhstan. Another penalty, skater number 2 from Netherlands. And we have an advancement for skater number 110 from Korea.
So there you have it. Galyakhmatov penalized. Now that could have advanced Van 't Wout, but then he is penalized for going in on Hwang Dae-han, and in the end, it's Hwang who goes through.
And that's one reason why it's so important to remember about like kind of riding that line here. We're seeing it here. There's a clear picture of the race. Let's see if they'll show us this next one. So in the straight, late change, inside to out. That's Galyakhmatov coming up the inside. You can see he's trying to swing back, but he's not even, he's not in front, so there causes a contact, and Jens has to swing out.
And so there's one advancement, and so that negates one of the possible